Do you guys know the number one indicator for how children grow up to thrive?
I thought it was the daddy in the house.
Absolutely not.
What's
Believe
that?
it or not, it is the quality of their mother's happiness. Because if you have a depressed mother, if you have an anxious mother, if you have a mother with post-traumatic stress disorder who is having to disconnect from her own body, she cannot show up to nurture you. She cannot show up to support you. She cannot fully step into that space. And what she will teach you about being in relationships with other people, whether you can trust them, whether you can trust yourself, whether you can actually be committed and connected to somebody and know that they will reciprocate that to you in a healthy way. She teaches you that not through her words, but through her actions.
Although I do agree with her to an extent, the environment is everything. The environment that a child, an adult that they're in, that's everything. But
I think that she may be thinking single parenthood. I don't think that that would be the case with two parents in a household. I think that that's more geared towards
she's
the mom.
she's talking about a single parent home. But that's why I say that it seems like that's more so pandering to solidify being okay with raising a child in that type of environment.
And the add-on, I'm sorry.
Then the second guy, I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I don't think that men love their children through their mother's eyes. Men that love their children, they're going to love their child through their own eyes. How they see their child is going to be completely different from how their wife and or mother of the child would. So I think both of them are silly.
Okay, so I want to say that if that woman who said that, she must be right, because I guess these mothers who abandon their kids and have single parent homes that are the fathers who end up with great results, the mom must be really happy not taking care of her kids, because those kids have some of the best outcomes according to that. Do you see the correlation? A single father raised home has some of the highest outcomes. So if she's saying that those moms who leave the kids and abandon them and just be the father by herself are happier without their kids, is that the argument she's making?
I think that I think there's some legitimacy to that, actually. I think that women are emotional creatures, right? And so if the woman, for the most part, the woman is the caretaker of the household, right? And in the few cases where the men are more logical, women are more nurturing, more emotional. So when you have a situation and the kids are with the mom and she's going through, she's holding it down for the mom and the dad, it can be stressful. I don't think women's bodies are made the same as men's bodies. I think that you guys are designed to be able to carry way more than we're designed to carry, right? And so ours shows up a little different than the way yours shows up. And so maybe that is the reason why if the dad did have a kid that, in some situations, he's able to handle that stress a whole lot better than she's able to handle that stress.
And the other statement that dude made, I seen a comedian tell that joke, and he just said it with music that made it seem like it was the truth. I heard.
Well, I don't think that that's majority. So I don't think that video was to represent majority of the people. But I'm not gonna say that I haven't seen people who go get married to other people and they just leave their kids behind. Like I've seen that happen and I've seen that in my real life.
Is that the minority, or is that?
Oh, for sure, the minority. It's not the majority. That was not a majority video, but those people do exist.
Because from what I've seen men want to delete the mother of their child so they can get their child. I've seen men
that's not
hate guts and want to be in their child's life. I think that men love their children independent of how they feel about the mother, like super independent of that.
And I think that that's the point in the other video, right? So this is the thing. This is how, and this is my co-parenting talk. You need two healthy adults it's like a business relationship, who are going to do what's right for the kids. Imagine two people who are supposed to be on your team, two coaches, and they can't get along, and they're responsible for getting you over the finish line. But these Negroes fuss and they hate each other's guts, right? Imagine growing up in a situation where my parents don't even like each other. Like, how toxic is that? This is the issue I have with the entire situation. People, just like sex, people devalue childbirth, right? For a person to even put themselves through a situation where they can potentially lose their life to create something that would carry on your last name. How do we hate that person, right? And you can have a true enemy out there and don't hate them as much as you hate a person you're co-parenting with, and it's vice versa. Same with women. When you're talking about a man who you have a kid with, who is the other half of your child, and you hate them so much, and it's people who've done you a whole lot worse than this person, okay? But you can forget, and these are people that you have to see all the time. And somehow y'all think in your hatred for each other, y'all gonna raise a kid that is gonna be psychologically all there. It doesn't work that way. You gotta be together and say, all right, at some point, this did not work out. It's a business relationship. Imagine two people running a business and they can't get along with each other. They just fussing and fighting. How well do you think that business is gonna go? Go ahead, AP.
I don't know what that second brother was talking. The second video with that brother, I don't know what he was talking about. Dude, Marcus has already pointed out a couple scenarios, but dudes paid $30,000 to try to get their kids. Dudes will move across the country because the mom moves so that they can see their kids. Dudes will be to the hell with the mama. It's all independent of the mother, period. Now, on the first video, gentlemen are going to disagree with me. I actually agree with her when we're talking about a two-parent household. The mom actually controls the temperature of the entire house. That includes your mood as a man, not just the kids, your mood, how you move throughout the house. And if she can have that effect on you, imagine the effect that she has on the kids as the nurturer of the home. Now, in a single parent household, if it's a mom, obviously, like that's pretty obvious. But in a two-parent household, she absolutely controls if a kid goes to school happy, if a kid is doing their homework, or if they're not doing their homework. Because in my home, I'm not going to say a traditional home. In my home, it was I'm working till 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock at night. So yes, she absolutely controls that. We have to be honest in this conversation. But that second dude was so far off that it was actually the reason why I stood up. I'm like, man, F that dude. He is wrong. I have never looked at my kids through the lens of the relationship that I have with their mom. That doesn't make any sense to me. And I'll stop there.